Hi guys, I'm Synolve. How are you guys doing? It's so good to see you today. Welcome to my channel. I am Synolve and I am so glad you are here today. Today we are discussing new developments in the AES region. Now we're on Burkina Faso, President Ibrahim Traore watch. Okay, over here you already know we are on watch to see what President Traore is doing and what the AES, the Sahel, what's going on in the Sahel, what's going on in the alliance of the Sahel states. And so they just created a bank. Yes, they did. All right, come on, y'all. We are going to talk about it. This amazing revolution of what's happening in the Sahel states, what's happening in Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger. And so you guys stay tuned and hop on in. Let's go. Welcome, my family. Welcome to all of my new subscribers. Welcome, 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 welcome to all of my day ones. I love you, my family. I am so grateful for you. Welcome. Look, go ahead and perform all of the rituals that you must perform. Okay, go ahead and like, comment, share, and subscribe. Leave me a comment and tell me what you think about this creation of a new bank. How will it change the Sahel states? How will this change the Africa? What does this mean for the African continent? What does this mean for you in Africa and for you in the diaspora, me in the diaspora, for us in Africa in the diaspora? What does it mean? Go ahead and share below. Let's go ahead and share this video. Please share this video and spread it. Y'all guys, I love you family so much. You all are simply amazing. You are the best. All right, so news out of the Sahel states, news out of Africa. This is amazing. The three countries have come together once again. The dynamic, the multi-trio, all right, the super kings of Africa, they have come together and they have created a bank as part of the AES, the Alliance of the Sahel States. And this is going to be a central bank. It will have an investment fund, stabilization fund. And this is amazing. Now, what's different about this bank and why we're celebrating is because it is backed by gold. Both Mali and Burkina Faso are putting in gold to back this bank. And you have President Tchiani in Niger, President Goita in Mali, President Traore in Burkina Faso. They are the foundational members of this AES bank and AES alliance of the Sahel states. And as you know, so many countries are joining each and every day. Togo has joined, Ethiopia is joined. So many countries are joining this revolution, this union. And this is going to open up so many amazing opportunities. So if you're thinking about going over to relocate, repatriate, to live in Burkina Faso, Mali, or Niger, then you will need to know about banking, because you'll need to know where you can put your money. Of course, Burkina Faso already has opened up their bank, Burkina. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. You guys will let me know in the comments if I'm not. Okay, it's in Ouagadougou. One of the places we have seen it is in Ouagadougou, and I'm sure there are probably other locations. And they have opened up this amazing bank. And so now we are seeing that the AES is coming together to open up a central bank to do centralized banking. And of course, it's going to offer an investment fund and stabilization fund. This is important. This is so important. This bank, the funds are backed by gold. Okay, now in 1971, the US dollar was, up until 1971, it was backed by gold. And so now the US dollar is no longer backed by gold. It's backed by the US's ability to generate revenue, whether it's through tax or through debt, and its authority to its economic partners and participants to transact in the dollar. So that's, you probably have heard some of that language with BRICS, that, you know, I need y'all to stick with the dollar. That's what they said. Okay, him said. So they wanted BRICS to continue to operate and to invest using the dollar. And they were concerned that BRICS would no longer operate using the dollar. And of course, we have seen that is true. So now we are seeing a group of countries, amazing countries in the Sahel states, who are also doing revolutionary work. And this revolutionary work is to create their own bank. It's a partnership, a regional bank that is from the Sahel states. And so it's a resource-backed currency. That's one of the first things. Now, it's also unlike the CFA franc that's backed by euros, right? And so no longer are these different countries in the Sahel states who previously have been Burkina Faso, Mali, Niger, have been colonized by the French. They've had to take their monies printed from France, and then France would give them monies, but most of their or half of their resources had to be kept in France. That's no longer the case. So that's important. Their resources no longer have to be kept in France. And it's an intrinsic value. This is a very valuable currency because it is backed by gold. It's not backed by paper. It's not backed by air. It's not backed by thought. It's not backed by someone else's ability to borrow or to tax their people, but it is backed by gold. So this is important. It has this amazing, wow, this is amazing. This is amazing. It is almost breathtaking because it's good to see countries standing up for themselves and revolutionizing their money and taking control of their money. So this is very important. Now, the second important thing we talked about that is backed by gold, also it's going to offer, this bank is going to be able to offer self-directed investments. And so these investments are going to be in regional infrastructure, agriculture, and manufacturing. So those three areas, self-directed investments, meaning they can direct their own investments as they want to, right? As they need to, as the people need them. So they can do regional infrastructure projects, agricultural to be able to feed their people, make sure that they're doing farming and agriculture, right? Added value products like not only are they doing the tomato, but also the tomato paste, right? So that's manufacturing. The regional infrastructure in terms of electricity, you're already seeing some of that happening in Burkina Faso, expanding electricity to rural areas. You're also seeing regional infrastructure like new buildings, homes, housing, businesses, buildings come up, roads, right? Water. So all of this, they're going to be able to do now and have the funds and the means and the opportunity to do this. And so this is very important. They will also, number 3, they'll be using their own currency. So they're going to be using their own currency. This is amazing. They're going to have their own currency that is backed by gold. Just the idea that they're not going to have to use the currency from France, the CFA franc. They're going to be able to use their own currency. So you're going to see so many different projects coming up. You're going to see so many things. And for people to take control of their money is very important. To take control of their money, to be able to take care of their assets and their wealth is phenomenal. Now, previously, what had happened is that, African nations and the world really has been able to achieve loans from the World Bank, from IMF. Research says that for African countries, the rate has been, especially on agricultural loans, has been at 45%. The rate, let's say that again, let that sink in, the rate to borrow money is at 45%. This is it's a hugely high amount, right? And so not only was the rate high, but they also had to have collateral. And so this is why sometimes African countries will not have the resources like their gold, because they have to put those resources up. for the loan, right, as collateral. And so lithium, whatever it is, gold, diamonds, whatever it is that they have, oil, they have to, for that loan, for them to get a loan, then they would need to put their resources up for collateral, and then it must be paid off in a certain amount of time, say it's 5 or 10 years. Well, if you aren't able or unable to pay the loan, then they keep the collateral, right? Just like here, they keep the collateral, the gold, and they would keep the diamonds, they would keep the oil, they would keep the lithium, or whatever the case, whatever minerals that you have, so that the country puts up for collateral. And that is how these countries end up not having any collateral, not having any resources, or getting very little for the resources in their country that they have. And so the second thing that would happen is that then these countries, when they get the loan, then whatever the work they were going to do, say they were going to build a hospital, then IMF, the World Bank, would say, well, we are going to outsource the work. We'll outsource the work for you to make sure that it gets done. So they might or outsource it to multiple international companies, and those countries, of course, would come in and do the work. They would not share any of the information with the locals, so the locals would know how to build the train. The Chinese may come in and build the train, or they may operate the oil refinery. So always got to call, come back in, bring the Chinese in, or whoever, France or someone in Europe, UK, wherever they've outsourced it. And that money that is paid to the companies, the machinery that they bring, the staff, workers that they bring, are all from other countries, right? And the World Bank and IMF controls it. So, and then a part of that money will go back, of course, to France, and then a part of it will go to whatever country they've outsourced this to. That's a lot. So they, in this self-directed investments, they're able to really control. They're able to control the money. They're able to control the projects that they do. Now they are doing the work, learning to do the work. Burkina Faso, for example, has made certain, as well as all of Niger and Mali, they made certain now they are learning how to do the work, and they are the workers on the ground. So now you have this ability for that money to come back in multiple ways back into your own home African country, whether it is through your workers getting the pay, so the workers are getting the pay. This is so good, and their pay is increasing. It's also just the wealth coming back into the nation, where they are buying houses there, they're living there, they're feeding their families, they're taking care of their families. So this is just good all around. It provides tax revenue for the country. It provides revenue for their workers, so their people have work and opportunity to work and to create a great life for themselves, to build homes, buy cars. And it's going to just buy food. It's just going to feed so many different industries, and maybe even open up businesses, right? And they can open up businesses, are able to invest in so many different ways. So this is going to serve the interest of the nations, right? Of the alliance, of this alliance. It's going to serve their interest and create so many opportunities exponentially. And that's what you want. You want your investments to work for you. You know this. You guys are investors. I'm sure many of you have investments, retirement investments, you have savings. And so you want your investments to work for you on your behalf. And so it's important that you are creating this opportunity, right, where your money is going to work for you, and you are putting your money in places that are working for Africa, right? And that are safe, and that are creating opportunities on the ground for African countries and for the diaspora. And so this is really, really important. This is just starting. Of course, do your own research. This is something right now that the nations are doing, and its vision is very different. This is a very different vision, a very different outlook that says we are really working towards amazing things and changes and revolution that is happening. We have a vision for Africa. We have a vision for the Sahel. We have a vision for West Africa. These are landlocked nations. They have a vision. And as more and more people, more and more countries join the Sahel states and the Sahel Alliance, as more and more people are excited and are really wanting their leaders to join and be a part of the Sahel region, then you are getting these amazing opportunities of these great minds and amazing visionaries coming together to do amazing things. This is amazing. Let me know. This, to me, this is this is amazing. You know, I'm always in support of what's going on in the Sahel region, and just really excited about what's going on in the Sahel region. I'm always excited. And so always excited to see what's going on in Niger, Mali, and Burkina Faso. I'm really very impressed with President Tchiani, President Goita, and President Traore. They are doing amazing things. And so, all right, y'all, go ahead and do your research. This is such an amazing opportunity and investment opportunity, but also an amazing development, new development. And I wanted you to know it, and I wanted to share it with you. All right, guys, because if you're planning to go to live or work or play in the Sahel region, in any of these countries, Niger, Mali, or Burkina Faso, you need to know what's going on in banking and investment banking, right? They're taking control of their futures, and they're giving you the opportunity to take control of your future as well. All right, guys, I love you guys so much. This is Synolve signing off. Go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe, and go ahead and join my email list so we can stay connected. I also have a group. It is listed below. All right, guys, we are tracking right together to see the progress. This is the Sahel states in the Burkina Faso, right? Mali, Niger. Watch. We want to see what's going on and in West Africa and what's happening, especially to these West African countries and all of the countries that are joining together, because we love all of Africa, right? Thank you so much for joining me on the Sahel Watch and on the Mali, Niger, Burkina Faso Watch. And I'm going to see y'all in another video real soon. I love you guys. Big hugs. Hope you're safe and you're blessed wherever you are. Bye-bye, guys.